So I thought I would use today to talk about trans etiquette. Yeah. So the first thing, please don't use dead names, ever. That shit is dead. Forget that it ever existed. Also, she is a he now is the worst phrase. Just don't do it. Correct people if they use the wrong pronouns. Don't fucking ask people what surgeries they've had / are planning to have. Oh my god, I never would have known you were trans is not the compliment you think it is. If you slip on a name or pronoun, that's okay. Just correct yourself and move on. It's not a big deal. Make an effort on pronouns. Believe me, we notice. He, she, it, whatever, not funny. More trans etiquette tips. Always ask what you can do to support people. Even if you're not trans, even if that person isn't trans, if you care about that person, always ask what you can do to support somebody. It's worth doing. You don't get a special prize for using the right names and pronouns. It's basic respect. Don't act like you're doing them a favor. You're just doing the right fucking thing. Everyone transitions in their own way and at their own pace. You don't get to police that, and nobody but that person specifically gets to police that. Don't ask them if their label on their sexuality has changed. They'll talk about that in their own time, or they won't talk about that with you if they're not comfortable talking about that with you. Just be fucking respectful, people. It's not hard. Also, these are just tips. Different people have different things they need. Let me just go over some things you shouldn't say to trans people while I'm here. Don't ask, what's your real name? Once again, a dead name is dead for a reason. Have you had the operation yet? Which usually is referring to bottom surgery. And, it's nobody's business what is in my pants. I'm impressed. You look like a real man / woman. Also, wow, I actually find you kind of attractive. Great job. I'm not looking for your approval. Nobody's looking for your approval. Nobody, like that's, honestly, don't say that. It's rude. Wow, I actually find you kind of attractive. Like, I think you're kind of a jerk. So yeah, it's just rude. Hey, we're back with more trans etiquette tips. First one today, ask permission before you ask questions. Avoid private or personal questions if you can. Don't ask things in a way that challenges the person's gender identity or expression. It can lead to dysphoria, and that person probably knows themselves better than you're gonna know them. If you care about them, phrase your questions in a way that affirms their gender. Instead of asking if someone is still legally female, ask what steps they are using to become legally male. And if they've completed them. Avoid comparing them to non-trans people, because cis people and trans people totally different. Just not worth doing it. If it's a general question, try Googling before you ask someone. It's so easy. More trans etiquette tips. So, if you're gonna ask questions relating to genitalia, ask permission first. Don't make them feel like they are put on the spot or like they have to answer them. Be aware of your setting. These are private conversations. Don't approach somebody in algebra class or at a party or whatever. Don't do it. Try to be sensitive to that person's comfort levels throughout the conversation. Because a lot of people feel like they have to tell you things, and you don't want to make people that you care about feel uncomfortable like that. Respect the person's privacy unless they have stated otherwise. Their personal information that they give you is not for you to share with the world. I don't think this covers everything, but that's all I can think of at the moment. So I hope these help.